Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Dyer, and tonight I will be speaking about funding in social work. And as social workers, we work very hard to work with our clients and communities, but sometimes we are stagnated based on the limited resources. So it's important to understand like how the funding system works. So let's break it down. The primary sources of funding that I will be speaking about today is government grants, private foundations, fee for service, and third party payments. So, government grants is broken down into three different branches, right? Federal grants, which these can be substantial but often come with specific guidelines and regulations. There are state grants where the state government provides funding for various social programs, but funding can fluctuate based on the and economic conditions and political priorities. So just like what's going on right now with after the election, we see that our president-elect is now changing things in office. And as things is going on and modifying and having these changes, we have to recognize certain organizations will be changing accordingly too, based on funding. You know, if there's a lack of funding, there may be certain organizations that can close down, which has happened in the past. If not, there may be a boom in certain organizations, and there may have more people like hiring, more clients attending there. So yeah, it's good to pay attention to that. Also, there's local grants where the local government may allot funds for specific social services, but these are often limited and can be very competitive. All right. Sorry, guys. So now I would be speaking about private foundations. Private foundations are organizations that provide grants for specific causes or programs. Securing funding from private foundations can be challenging and require careful proposal writing and relationship building. All right, so now I will be speaking about fee for service. Fee for service is charging the clients for services, which it can be a viable option, but often is limited by insurance reimbursement rates and the ability for the client to pay. Then we have third party payments, where insurance companies, Medicaid, Medicare are significant sources of funding, but reimbursement rates can be low and administrative burdens can be high. So a lot of the times, with that being said, we can work with certain people that has these certain types of insurance companies. But when we are entrepreneurs and we have to pay out other people, we have to know how we're funding others, and it could be hard. Um, Challenges that may arise in funding can be underfunding, where many social work programs and agencies are chronically underfunded, leading to limited services, long wait lists, and inadequate staff support. Sustainability, where securing long term funding can be a constant struggle, making it a difficult plan for the future and maintaining consistent services. And the impact on client care. Limited funding can compromise the quality of care, leading to shorter therapy sessions, fewer case management visits, and reduced access to essential resources. So, what are the solutions that we can do as social workers to like help these situations, right? Advocacy. Advocate for increased funding for social work services at local, state, and federal levels. Policy change. work to influence policies that support social work practice and improve access to care. As well, collaboration, where you partner with other organizations to leverage resources and increase collective impact. Um, it's important as social workers that we stay involved. It's important that we stay in tune with the news and we understand what's happening in the world, because as the world constantly changes, we change with them. It's important that we stay in tune, you know. I feel like I have said this in my last video, but it's really important. And as we hear from what our clients is telling us, we are the voices for them to advocate. So it's important that we try to make change. In conclusion, by understanding the funding, advocating for increased resources, and exploring solutions, we can work towards a future where social work services are properly funded and accessible to all. Thank you guys for hearing me out about my video on funding in social work. Good night.